Okay, so what we're going to show you guys is how to install the Luna M1 tank track system. So what we've got is all the components that come with it. They give you sort of an assortment of skewers so that you can install it depending on the width of your fork and diameter of fork and all that good stuff. So first things first, we're going to put the ski together. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece and we're going to take one of the smaller, there's two small skewers that are the same size. We're going to take one of those. We're going to load that through the down tube. We're also going to put this spring in there. So the way the spring works is you got this little bent tang that comes off of it. We're going to try and load that towards the top. Hopefully you guys can see that. So that when you rotate this part around, there's tension when you get to about there. So once this is all in there, that's going to keep the nose of the ski from dipping. So, make sure it stays where it's supposed to be. I'm going to load all this into here. Try and rotate this for you so you can see what's happening, but we're going to rotate that around and make sure it goes down into the slot. And we can tighten everything down. Oh, too tight. Okay, right about there. Now, should come back up, yeah. So that's how we want it. Next step is to install it on the bike. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll this over here. As you can see, we've got our bike up on our stand. I'm gonna take the front tire off. And I'm going to go ahead and take the skewer all the way out so that I can reuse it. So that's going to go in this middle section right here. You want to make sure this goes towards the back. Snug that in there. You're going to rotate this so that it bottoms out against the back of the fork. And then we've got this extra block. And we're going to take the medium length skewer. The block will go right there. You'll feed the skewer right through the center of the block. And then there's a hole through the rear block as well. Going to tighten everything down so we can snug this up on the fork. Okay, so now front should be good. I'm gonna make sure that's got movement. Can't dip, it springs back up. Okay, so we're done with the front. We're gonna move to the back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the rear tire off first. And on this one, I'm not gonna reuse the skewer. The track's already loaded with the correct size skewer. So we'll get that out of our way. We're going to bring this guy over here. Get that installed. So now you got your track on the back. Then we got to install the strut that's going to go from here to the seat post. So that'll be this piece. So we're going to take the seat out. Just going to set it aside for a second. Going to install the strut right here. And this is basically like a seat post clamp, so you're just going to get that strut in there and then tighten down the clamp. Oh, turn that around so it's a little more nicely fitting. Okay. And then we're just going to put the seat back in and clamp all this down. So let's grab the seat again. Okay, get this thing snug. All right, so now we've got the strut on the back. So now when we take it off, the strut should be holding tension on here. Yeah, so as you can see, it's got some preload to it, and we should be ready to go skiing, snowmobiling. All right, there's everything except for the snow. Bring your own.